Hey howdy hey Fanbots, and welcome to the very first episode of Hawk's Nest, a brand new Send More Robots segment where I, Hawkeye or Hawkeye, am going to tell you about my opinions on new and exciting comic book news as it happens. So this is going to be sort of a haphazard segment that's just going to come out whenever I feel particularly impassioned by a new event. And so what's brought me here with you today is one question. What the hell is happening at Marvel? Now, as many of you know, New York Comic Con is happening right now, and so everyone's bringing out their big guns, releasing new series. You know, DC has a new Wonder Woman 77 featuring Linda Carter coming out as a digital comic. Lots of people are excited for that. You know, especially with the popularity of Batman 66, makes sense for them to kind of capitalize on that. And it's a fun little nod for people who are like, hey, that was my Wonder Woman, you know, nice to see her acknowledged, blah, 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 blah. Vertigo's got some new series coming out. One of their new series, Witches, which we reviewed favorably, has a movie coming out. Very interesting stuff. And then there's Marvel. Marvel made some really cool announcements. As you know, I'm a big fan of Hawkeye, being currently written by Matt Fraction and drawn by David Aja. The new creative team, Jeff Lemire and Ramon Perez, sounds fantastic. I think they're going to do a great job. Wonderful. Spider-Gwen, who is supremely popular, getting her own series. Squirrel Girl is getting a series. Either way, some really, really cool announcements. Shows that they're listening to the fans, giving them what they want. And then, we got an announcement that starting next year, Marvel is going to be launching into a series of events. And they've got a couple people, myself included, scratching our heads. The first event is Secret Wars. Secret Wars is an event that happened in the 80s where the Beyonder pulled a bunch of superheroes and villains to Battle World where they would, I'm sure you can guess. And it was a really big event. A lot of major changes happened to a lot of the characters, and it was more or less just a slugfest, but it was clever marketing at the time. Now, it's being re-examined by Jonathan Hickman. He's going to be partnering up with Esad Ribic, who just did the art on Thor. Really, really, really good art. Fantastic art, in fact. So I'm really hopeful for this event. I think Jonathan Hickman, he's a man with a plan. You know, he's been on Avengers, New Avengers, Avengers World. He's been shaping the Avengers universe right now. And I might not agree with all of his decisions, but I think overall, he's a really talented writer, and he's doing a great job. However, they also announced that they're going to be doing a Civil War event. Now, I'm sure I don't need to explain Civil War to you guys. Really big Marvel event. Heroes took sides. Slugfest. But why? Again, from a marketing standpoint, kind of makes sense. There's been a lot of news lately that the Captain America 3 is going to begin the Civil War storyline. So it makes sense to put out a Civil War comic, keep it relevant, even if it's not the mainstream universe, because it does look like it might be an alternate universe, given the fact that the characters who are shown on the front of the solicit, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Iron Man, are all wearing their Civil War era costumes, which doesn't make sense for a variety of reasons. And so it doesn't look like it's going to take place in the mainstream Marvel universe. So, again, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. Seems weird to revisit the event, but whatever. Then, today, they announce... this one is still a little hard for me to wrap my mind around, so bear with me. Also coming out next year is an Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies series. Now, I don't. Marvel Zombies is a lot of fun. I enjoy Marvel. It's not a lot of fun, you know. Peter Parker eats Aunt May, Mary Jane, cries, blah, blah, blah. But it's mostly a lot of fun. It's a good read outside of the Marvel canon, although the Ultimate Universe does have a little bit of crossover with Marvel Zombies. I understand, again, the desire, marketing-wise, to have an event lined up with a movie coming out. In this case, Avengers 2, Age of Ultron, but is this a thing now? Is Marvel just going to start mashing together events that have happened? Are we going to see World War Hulk versus Age of Apocalypse? Are we going to see, like, Dark Phoenix era versus Infinity? It's just weird. It's strange. And it's not just strange, because apparently now it's a thing to mash together two events and sell it as its own event. What's weird is that Marvel is really pushing this event train. And as far as I can tell, most fans aren't particularly pleased with the onslaught of events. Onslaught, yeah. But, like, if we were to count just in recent times, the events that have happened, bear with me, there's Avengers vs. X-Men, Age of Ultron, Infinity, Trial of Jean Grey, and then currently we're going through the Death of the Wolverine and Axis event. And then on top of that, we're going to have Secret Wars, Civil Wars, Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. I missed one, right. There's also a Guardians of the Galaxy X-Men crossover coming out soon, Black Vortex. Now naturally, I have a feeling Civil War, Age of Ultron aren't going to be happening at the same time. But there's this push to keep putting out more events. At one point, is Marvel going to realize that they're kind of overloading us with events? And again, I realize they have to cover their marketing on these things. With movies coming out, Age of Ultron, Captain America 3, they want to keep everything all nice and tidy, neat and joined up. But at what point, does it become sensory overload? And for me, it's already at sensory overload. These announcements are just way out of left field. I don't understand where they're coming from. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but it just feels like they're attempting to just pump out ideas as quickly as possible, see which ones stick. And, for an average comic book reader, you're not really going to want to pick up 27 issues when you just want to read, like, Captain Marvel or something, It's cool to have the X-Men and Guardians of the Galaxy crossover again, keeping interest with Guardians of the Galaxy, but at what point do we get our characters, just operating on their own for a nice period of time? Hawkeye's managed to stay out of that, as have another number of series, but it just feels like the general trend is to keep throwing characters together, making them fight. Oh, right, there was also an announcement for a possible No More Mutants event, starring Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. So, you've got that to look forward to as well. All in all, I just want to know what's up. That's my opinion. Tell me your opinion. Let me know if you like these events, if you're like, yeah, Marvel, pump out more events. I want to see Skrull Invasion and something else. Infinity Gauntlet, mashed together, War of Kings, and Planet Hulk. Boom! Or, if you're like, whoa, Marvel, you're moving a little fast. Buy me some dinner first. Either way, let me know. Alrighty, and as always, remember who you are and what you are. Don't go causing any trouble out there in that crazy world. And always remember to wear fresh underwear on a first date. It's very important. Bye!